Hello Money Geeks and welcome back to Money Meddler TV. Today I want to talk to you guys about the August issue of Money Magazine. And this is the August issue of it. This is what the cover looks like. So if you go to your local newsstand or your Barnes & Noble, you will find it there. The article I want to talk to you about, and that's the cover article, is How to Reach $1 Million. The article has a number of principles, a number of ideas and things that you can do to increase your income, your liquid net worth. But one of the things that I found interesting about the article was it says, the last one, make fear your guiding principle. I think that's very important to use fear as your motivation, because oftentimes we allow ourselves to become stuck, and once we get to a certain level in our career or our professional lives, we don't have a plan to take ourselves to the next level. The first thing that millionaires do is that they build a cash nest egg for themselves. And the article points out that not only is job loss a major concern for millionaires, but also if the market crash, then more than 40% of you can lose, more than 40% of your net worth in terms of how much you have invested in the stock market. So to make sure that this never happens, the article suggests that you have at least 1 to 2 years of cash stashed away. Now, 1 to 2 years, I guess that would be based on your current lifestyle and how much money you spend in a year to cover your living expenses, and also, including your entertainment and all of your insurances. That's a lot of money for a lot of people. Even if you make a average salary, that's a lot of money to try to save over a certain period of time to make sure that it equals 1 to 2 years of your living expenses or your gross salary. I would tend to think that if you can sit down and think about what really is your most, I guess, fearful fear, if that's even a phrase. My biggest fear is, or was a couple of years ago, is what if something goes wrong with my house in terms of, a major expense that I don't have the cash, to pay for. So what I did was I went ahead and made a list of all the things that I needed to do in terms of maintenance to take care of my home, and I just started working on that list. So the first thing that I started to do was work on the plumbing, and I had the plumbing replaced, which includes the copper piping, and then I had the old sewer lines, the old cast iron piping removed. And then I moved on to things like, new sprinkler system, and then finished my garage. And also this year, I put a new roof on the house this spring, as well as added a security system. I upgraded a couple of doors, added a new decorative security door on the side porch. I replaced the door that leads from the garage to the backyard. So I did a number of things, and I found that as I moved through my list, my stress level went down, because I felt at least those components, those major components of the house, not only would add to the value of the house, but then also it made me feel more comfortable that I could sleep at night, and that I knew that those things were taken care of. So even though I don't have 1 to 2 years of my income saved up, I have addressed one of my biggest fears, and that is something going wrong with my home that I, couldn't take care of. And so I've been slowly working on that list. The next thing that the article says is that you should prepare for health emergencies. One of the things that it points out is that men who turned 65 last year would need $116,000 as opposed to women needing $131,000 on top of their nest eggs to cover any of their 90% of their health expenses. And one of the ways that you can do that is by opening up a health savings account. Now, if you have a high deductible health insurance plan, you can use the HSA to save pre-tax dollars. You can also use it as an investing account, and then you withdraw the money to pay for medical expenses tax-free. So it's sort of a triple threat in a lot of ways, and some of the accounts will allow you to roll over money if you don't use it during that current year, or as I mentioned before, you can use it as an investment tool to use the money that's left to produce more income. And then the last thing that a lot of millionaires worry about is making sure that they're insured against disaster. Now, as your net worth increases, you become more and more vulnerable to financial risks in terms of lawsuits. So say if you were in a car accident, your insurance provider would support you up to the amount of your coverage, but if you should lose in a lawsuit in terms of personal injury, you would need another means of meeting that financial obligation. And one of the things that the article encourages millionaires or people who have a high net worth to do is to purchase an umbrella liability policy. And this is nothing new, but what it does is that once your insurance, let's say your car insurance kicks in and all of that support runs out, then that's when the umbrella liability policy would kick in. And typically people purchase a policy of a minimum of $1 million, which would cost you probably on average of $300 annually would be the premium for that. But what it does, it helps to insure against someone going after other personal assets, such as your home or other liquid assets like family heirlooms, whatever it is that's of value. The person who is suing you would use that to recoup whatever the judgment is against you. And so that's what the umbrella liability policy would do. It would continue to cover you once your primary insurance, such as a car insurance policy or homeowner's insurance policy, it would pick up and act as a secondary to your primary insurances. So I think this article has a lot of suggestions. A lot of what this article suggests is easy enough for you to do. Again, building yourself a cash cushion, like 1 to 2 years of income or living expenses, that takes some time to do, because while you're saving, you're also spending money. So that will take you some time. But again, like I said, what I did was I worked on my biggest fear. My biggest fear was, what if something went wrong with my home? Because maintaining a home is one of the most expensive assets that you're ever going to have. But once you make those repairs, it's pretty much done for quite a bit of time. So earlier this year, I replace my roof, and so I don't intend to ever replace the roof again. I don't think I'll probably, pass away. This won't be my final home, but certainly for the time being, I know that I have a pretty good roof. So, this roof is expected to, last in between, on average, 25 years and up. So depending on, what type of roof that, you purchase. The same thing with, the plumbing is, once the plumbing is replaced, as long as, you maintain your plumbing system, you shouldn't have any problems. So I feel pretty good about that a lot of the major components of a home, such as, the roof, the plumbing, the garage, the security system, things like that are taken care of. So that allows me to focus on other things in terms of making sure that I can continue to move forward to become a millionaire. So life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So I think that you should read this article. Again, this is the August issue of the Money magazine, and this is what the cover looks like. So let me know what you think of the article. Please leave your comments in below. Please subscribe to my channel. Please let other people know that this type of channel exists on YouTube. Many of the other channels are, they entertain people, and while the issues regarding money is not entertaining, it is interesting, and it's just something that's useful for everybody. So anyway, Money Geeks, I thank you so much for watching this video. Please click that thumbs up button, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.